Welcome back to the Kempire Daily YouTube channel, where you get daily and consistent hot topics in music, entertainment, reality TV, and so much more. And today is an example of so much more. So happy Sunday, fun day. We're recapping Love and Marriage Huntsville here on the channel. I hope you guys watched it last night. I literally watched it a second time this morning. And I'll be honest with you, I wasn't sure where the season was going, because although they had been experiencing some really amazing ratings, even better than the Real Housewives of Atlanta, but I still wasn't sure. I wasn't sold. But of course, the new additions, Tiffany and Destiny, are bringing a lot. And we're going to talk all about those moments in today's recap of Love and Marriage Huntsville. And of course, every single time we recap the show, I'm going to say to Carlos King, we need a Love and Marriage Brooklyn. I can so see it. I can so see it. And when it happens, I will be recapping it, and I'm sure it's going to be even better than Huntsville. But shout out to our cast, the OGs. They are the OGs of this soon-to-be franchise. I hear that they are working on another one. But stay tuned for that. Once we have more concrete details, we will definitely have to talk about that. You know, I should definitely have Carlos King here on the channel again to talk about Love and Marriage Huntsville. The last time I spoke to Carlos, it was years ago on Kempire Radio, and I forgot what was on. It probably was when he was with Atlanta, and we talked about that. So we're going to have Carlos King come through. Thank you guys so much. We did hit overnight 35,000 subscribers on our Kempire Daily YouTube channel. TikTok, if you're not subscribed there, be sure to subscribe. And if you're not subscribed and you're watching, because there are quite a few people that watch and, you know, watch and love, and some that watch and hate. It's all right. You're watching. It helps the channel regardless. So shout out to you guys that are subscribers. Don't forget, we will be recapping the Real Housewives of Potomac tonight after the show, as long as everything goes well. If not, stay tuned. Make sure you're checking out the community tab. As you know, it is Labor Day weekend here in the States. So you just never know. You never know. But we also will be recapping the Real Housewives of Potomac with my girls, Layla Lynn and Grace Report, here on the Kempire Daily YouTube channel tomorrow at 1:30 p.m. Eastern. Again, make sure you're subscribed and locked in everywhere so you don't miss out if there's a time change or whatever it may be. All right? Excuse me. Look, I have to give me a shake. Shout out to everyone in the chat. Shout out to our team, Kempire and Royal Court members. Royal Court members have already posted the backstage link for you on our community tab. Let's get into this recap. So last night, we had a new episode. As you know, last week, we didn't get a new episode of Love and Marriage Huntsville. This week, we got another one. And it's all about the WAP. And when we say about the WAP, Wanda ain't playing. This is how they start off this episode. But let's get into Martell and Melody. They basically are on the same page that they do not want to get back together. They do not want to get back together. They don't want to get back together. And we don't want them to get back together. They are obviously past that point. Yes, they have, 4 kids together? But that's no reason. We've talked about that multiple times here on the channel, to stay in a toxic relationship. There's no reason for that. There's no reason for it. But Martell and the guys are talking, and they're talking about relationships, and if he's in love with the side chick. We're going to call it a side chick, right? Side baby mama? I learned a new term. Side grandma? We'll get to Marcel in a second. We'll get to Marcel. Some people are so in their feelings when I mispronounce people's names or come up with nicknames. Get over it. Get over it. Have a little fun. Stop being so uptight. So inside, Melody and Wanda are still fighting. And you know, Melody, every once in a while, she'll say something. I'm like, wow, she's right. She talks about how the older generation in the Black community will stay with this toxic relationship when it's not good for you. And I love how she said it, and how important that message is especially for young Black women and men that are watching a show like Love and Marriage Huntsville. Most of the time, they're watching it because of their audience is who they are, for lack of a better words. So I thought that was a very poignant point that Melody brought up. And every once in a while, she says something very profound. And I'm like, okay, Melody. Melody's smarter than I think people give her credit. She's also very manipulative. And we'll get to that in a second. We'll get to that in a second. But Wanda's going off. Wanda goes off back and forth, and she's like, "I'm not your friend." I'm like, okay, we already know, Wanda, you're no one's friend. The only friend Wanda has is her daughter, Tisha. Tisha, where was Tisha? I was like, where is Tisha? Wanda's going off, and then Wanda and Kimmy start going back at it. And I love Kimmy. You know, we've said it multiple times. Kimmy doesn't have a storyline, but Kimmy's necessary. Kimmy is the voice of reason. She balances out the weirdness that goes on in some of these friendships. And I like how she goes at Wanda. But Wanda lies on her to her daughter later on. Because I was like, I don't remember Kimmy saying anything like that to you. Kimmy definitely was trying, unless they edited it out. Unless, you know, look, this is a reality show. We can't base our complete opinions off of editing. We have to remember that. If you guys just joined us, we're recapping Love and Marriage Huntsville. That's on the OWN network. You know, we do it every single week. Hopefully, if there's a new episode. Let me see what you guys, yes, I saw a comment that I would need to highlight. Hold on. Well, Nicole says, Wanda looked beautiful in her confessional. Wanda looks better than Tisha. But she looked like a completely different person, Nicole. I said, is that Wanda? Is that Wanda? Speaking of Wanda, I didn't get the confessional look. I didn't get the confessional look. I just picked up this look because she was going off. Wanda was going. I'm gonna put Wanda over my head. Wanda was going off in this episode. But you know what? She was necessary. She was necessary. She was necessary. No, but P says something really, really, really good here. She says, toxic advice from women elders who are male-minded. Why stay with a serial cheater? Wanda need not give any advice. Well, apparently her advice to her own daughter would be to stay with Marcel if he was to cheat on her and have a side baby. I'm guessing that's what her advice would be. You know what I mean? Leslie says, and Kimmy doesn't do social media like Wanda does. Wanda's messy. Wanda is messy, but I'm here for it because she made this episode very entertaining. But her conversation back and forth with Kimmy, and Kimmy again is stressing, my issue with your daughter is that she wants me to support her in a way she doesn't support me or anyone else. And we're going to get to Tisha because Tisha at the end, I was like, either Tisha really wants a storyline or she really believes the garbage that's coming out of her mouth. She really believes the garbage that's coming out of her mouth. Anyways, I did enjoy the conversation back and forth between Wanda and Kimmy because Kimmy was just not having it. She was like, I don't know what you're talking about. This is not what what you're making it seem like. That's not what it is. And then, of course, Wanda, because Wanda's old school, she's like, I'm going to break the fourth wall. I don't like what you say on social media or on TV. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Marcella, come on. Thank you so much for the super chat. You did not have to do that. She says, you are amazing. Wanda is my girl. Thank you, Marcella. We appreciate you. Always support the channel. Shout out to you. We're getting some. If y'all didn't know, Periscope, which is used through Twitter, is still alive. So we are live on Twitter and TikTok, and we're live on Twitch. So if you're not following me there, all of that is at TheKempire. Everything else also is at Kempire Daily. If she feels that way, why does she keep worrying about Marcel cheating? Exactly. But the thing is, I think if she did really discover if Marcel was cheating, she would still want her daughter to stay with him based on her advice to Melody. I mean, come on. One of the reasons why we enjoy Wanda is the fact that she's hypocritical. We'll get to the conversation towards the end of the episode, okay? Let me see. One of the things that I do, and I have to say, I don't think I flip-flop on Destiny. I like Destiny for the show. Destiny from episode 1 has showed us that she is good reality TV. I think there's more going on in what happened with her marriage, but she's good in the mix. Like she gives us good TV. Like she has the potential to be really great reality TV. And I love how she still supports Melody, even though Melody has not had her back, more specifically with Tiffany. And we'll get to Tiffany and her one scene moment. Tiffany had one scene moment this episode. and we're going to talk about Tiffany. Tiffany's good for reality TV as well, but I would never turn my back on her. I would never turn my back on her. Okay, let's move along before I drop the calling. If you guys are just joining us, we are recapping last night's episode of Love and Marriage Huntsville. And as always, every week I remind you, I'm waiting for Love and Marriage Brooklyn. Carlos, can you hear me? Let me take a sip. I got my green drink, so I can be happy, go lucky. I see. Let me see what you guys are saying before we move on. Angela says, Melody says she's loyal. Yeah, nah. Melody is not loyal. Sidebar, Melody's speaking voice and singing voice are completely different. And let me tell you why. Let me tell you why they're completely different. But it's still a shock. Your speaking voice and your singing voice are two different parts of your brain. So there are, I can't think of her name. Oh my gosh, she was in a relationship with Dr. Dre. She has a kid with Dr. Dre. She has oh my God, it's on the tip of my tongue. You guys will remind me. She had a big hit back in the day. And of course, she was on reality TV. And she had a Lifetime movie. Michelle. Thank you, Obi. Michelle. She has a very different speaking voice than her singing voice. So that's what Melody reminds me of. Thank you, guys. I see her. Michelle. Thank you. Susie says, so true, Kempire. Her voice is so different. But it's nice. She has a really nice singing voice. And I don't mind Side Chick of the Year award. That's a long title. But I don't mind the song. And a lot of people really liked her other song as well. I don't know if it was a hit. It was a hit, though, because I forgot how far it climbed on the iTunes chart. It was. I don't know what they consider a hit anymore. I'm a little more old school. I consider a hit if I see it on the R&B charts, like Billboard, because that's all based on streaming, and I don't just base it off of iTunes. You know what I mean? But she has a nice voice, and I know we're gonna get to see the music video. Oh, here come Obi with the facts. It was number 7 on iTunes. Kempire Stop Trip. Which iTunes, though? Which iTunes? R&B iTunes, or was it the overall iTunes? Either way, it's still good. I don't know if I consider that a hit, though. Like I said, as a former artist, I don't consider that necessarily, oh, it was not a hit. Obi said it was not a hit. Okay, but for her very first single, that's not bad. It's not bad. I just don't know if I would call it a hit. Obi is already backstage. Shout out to our Royal Court members. I posted the backstage link on the community tab on Kempire Daily, TikTok. Let me see what you guys are saying in TikTok. I thought they killed Periscope. No, Periscope is alive and well, guys. I am live on Twitter. Hey, Twitter. If you follow me on Twitter, you can watch me there as well. TikTok, I won't be looking here as much. So be sure to follow me on one of those other platforms. We're live on Facebook and Twitter and Twitch. And I think I'm going to start doing just exclusive lives on some of those platforms. You know, maybe some Q&As and things like that on those platforms, just to kind of, yes, Penny, what's going on, Penny? Hey, she's on Periscope. I thought Periscope died too until I started using the StreamYard. Look, the StreamYard. I am so aging myself. I'm young. Shut up. Mackenzie says, Melody song did much better than Mommy Business podcast. Just saying. The shade. Anuli says the quality on Periscope on Twitter is way better than YouTube. Wow, Anuli, really? You know what? I mean, I've seen it, of course, because I have my own stuff on there. I've seen it, but I just really never compared the quality. Wow. Well, stay tuned, guys. I have my new camera. I just haven't set it up yet. So the camera you're seeing now, I'm going to probably put over here so you can I can switch angles and whatnot. But then I'm going to have a new camera. Hopefully, maybe this week, I'll get all that set up. Okay. All right. So let's get into more of this. So she's recording the song. Destiny comes. I like Destiny. I like Destiny's energy. She seems fun. She seems great for reality TV. She also knows how to, get with the get. That's why I was so shocked when Tiffany came at her about her ex-husband, that she wasn't able to kind of get her. Look, get her. So I don't know. I feel like there's more with that relationship that we don't know about. That's very triggering for Destiny. But they talk about this whole conversation, and Melody calls her aggressive. And look, we've watched reality TV, and and we already know that's a trigger, especially for Black women, when you call them aggressive, and especially when it's coming from You know, you look. So I thought it was interesting how she kept on using it and kept on saying it. I don't think that Destiny was being aggressive though in those moments. Like we've seen aggressive, you know, when we were talking about the Real Housewives of Potomac and they were talking about that during the reunion. No, I was like, no, that was aggressive. But with this particular situation with Destiny, I just don't feel like Destiny was being aggressive. Do you guys think that Destiny was being? Batteries not included says, nope, Destiny is petty and argumentative. Okay. The real VB says, I like Destiny too. She keeps Martell and Melody in their place. And everybody needs a friend like that. Everyone needs a friend like that. But I also don't feel like Melody and Destiny are as close as Melody might think in her head. And Destiny calls her out. She's like, you don't have my back the way that you have Tiffany's back. And she's like, well, Tiffany is a little bit more sensitive. And she's like, well, I'm sensitive too. But I do agree with her. I do think that Destiny doesn't need someone to have her back like that. I also don't think that Tiffany needs someone to have her back like that. Tiffany is messy. There's nothing you can say to me to justify Tiffany bringing up those two topics, monster vaping and, the whole, how I met you. We don't need to talk about that, especially if you did not think, even though we know real people in the real world that say things and you're like, I'm already thinking of someone I know that says things. I'm like, you really shouldn't say that. And she kind of looks like Tiffany. That's so funny to me. I'm just realizing this live on air, y'all. She says things and you're like, that's not appropriate to say. Like you need more of a filter. So maybe Tiffany isn't really doing this for TV and Tiffany's just one of those people. I'm sure you all can relate. You know someone very much like Tiffany that doesn't have a filter, that says things and you're like, what? She just simply says, Tiffany needs to learn how to read the room. All right, let's talk about Tiffany. Let's talk about, oh wait, hold on. Solstice said, if Tisha continues to allow her mother to interfere in her marriage, she will end up on the single block. We're going to get there. So according to Tiffany, one of the ways that she relaxes is mowing the lawn. I mowed the lawn yesterday and I'm thinking, was I relaxed? That's backbreaking work. But we have to remember, she's on a thing. I'm pushing a thing. She's on a thing. I forgot what they call those. I don't know if that's relaxing. So if Tiffany, she says that's relaxing. But then she has a conversation with her husband, Louis, about Maurice confronting her. And she had a very different energy when she's not in front of Maurice and Kimmy. Because she's like, well, I think, matter of fact, let me pull the picture up since we're talking about them. I work so hard to bring these images up, so I might as well bring them up. Hold on, y'all. Tiffany and Louis. Tiffany's bringing it. But Louis and Tiffany have a lot of mouth when they're not in front of these people because Louis was trying to make it seem, well, they lucky I didn't have a little something to drink. Okay, Louis. I'm like, Louis, I think Louis is all talk. And she was like, baby, I love how you had my back. Did he have your back? I don't think he had your back. I really don't think he had your back. Still not feeling Tiffany. They're a cute couple, though. I agree, they're a cute couple. They're also messy. And I understand why that relationship works because I think they're both the same. Because they didn't have all that mouth when they were in front of Maurice and Kimmy. And Kiawa? Oh my Lord. Y'all know I always mess up her name. I'm so sorry, Kiawa. Anyways. What's going on, Rula? Thank you so much for the love. Destiny was not being aggressive. Melody said that to trigger Destiny, and she kept on saying it. I don't think that she was being aggressive at all. I don't think she was being aggressive at all in that particular instance. But Tiffany and Louis's conversation talking about Maurice and Kimmy's marriage, Melody was the one who brought that up and said, oh, this is the reason why, they're probably so upset. It's the fact that Maurice didn't tell Kimmy. And I think that, Kimmy should be a little bit upset. Like, why am I finding out about this situation from someone else on TV? But Tiffany should not have said that. She should not have, because what was the point? Was that supposed to be a relatable situation? Unless your son was actually involved in the vaping where it makes you look bad as well, then I could understand that. But it wasn't. Like, why was that a point to bring up? But like I said, I know someone very much like Tiffany that says things, and you're like, you are too grown to be saying these things. Like, you should know what to say, especially on TV. All right. I don't look, as I said to you before, Tiffany and Louis, he had a lot of mouth, but he was trying to fit in with the guys. And this is one of the things that I like about Love and Marriage. And this is one of the things I think a lot of people miss about some of these cities in the Real Housewives franchise, like Atlanta, where we don't have the guys anymore. People really want to see that interaction, and we're getting that on Love and Marriage Huntsville. I don't know if I love it as much as some of the other cities like New Jersey or Atlanta. Rest in peace to Greg Leaks, who passed away this week. I hope whoever they're bringing back on Atlanta, we are able to get that same sort of energy. We're able to get that sort of group. We love it in New Jersey. And those guys are characters. Those guys are hands. We need to make sure that just as much as we're casting the housewives, we need to make sure that we're casting housewife husbands that are good too. Anyways, I'm digressing. This conversation between Martell and his business partner and him talking about how he failed getting his home builder's license, I thought that was interesting. I still, we've talked about Martell and his business acumen not being the greatest. So it'll be interesting to see if he passes. He's supposed to be taking it again. I'm not sure if he's passed it since then, but he did say that he spoke with the developer in regards to getting that 44 acres. I was like, all right. And he's still mad at the real estate agent. Which, understandably, I get why he'd be mad at the real estate agent when I brought you in on this project and now you're sidestepping me and going to my wife. Even if the developer came to you and said that, I'd be like, you know what? Out of respect for Martell, who gave me this business, let me go to him first. You know what I mean? All right. Let's see what you guys are saying. B More says, Martell seems like a scrub. He's selling hair products and trying to be a builder. And you saw how in the first episode, how Destiny was like questioning his business. He was like, maybe Melody was the smart one in regards to that. And based on what we're seeing, it seems like Melody is the smart one when it comes to business. She passed that mind you, she hadn't even been in that business. She just studied. But some people are just better test takers. But his conversation with his business partner, I didn't rewatch it. I watched it last night, and then when I was watching it again this morning, I just fast forwarded. I was like, "What is this? What is this? What? Now I understand why we had episodes without Martell. Martell has nothing going on. Martell has nothing going on. All right, Martell. He's still a producer, so he's still getting a check. Now let's get to the scene that means everything. Let's get to the scene that means at the end, we get some Tisha. Her mama comes over. I don't know what was going on with the editing, but those earrings that Mama Wanda had on, they kept on flipping. It was annoying to me. I was like, just fix your mother's earring. But then 1 minute, it would be fine. Anyone else notice that but me? And I usually don't notice things like that. Maybe because I'm really watching this stuff so closely for you guys. How dare you? I know you're not talking about me, but how dare you? What if I want to get into selling hair products? No, I would probably get into skincare for head and face, because you guys are always talking about my skincare. I think we are going to do a special skincare thing live, though. So stay tuned for that. If you're not subscribed, you want to subscribe. You don't want to miss out on any of this stuff. Penny, I know Penny's laughing at what I just said. Marva said, I did notice Wanda's earring. Okay. So I'm just not getting OCD in my old age. I saw the earrings. Thank you, Destiny. Thank you. I'm trying. Look, it's never too early to start. I think I started late. So if you're in your 20s, late 20s, start taking care of your skin. That means water. That means a routine. We'll talk about that on a separate live. Okay. So Wanda comes over to her daughter Tisha's house, and Tisha knows her mom is messy. Tisha knows her mom is messy. I love the editing where we see Marcel looking through the window. I'm like he gets the humor of it all. He gets the humor of it all, and I'm like, those are the moments that I really don't mind him at all. But of course, Mama Wanda. This episode was really about Mama Wanda. Wanda ain't playing. And I can't agree with her. Nothing that she says makes sense to me. Nothing that she makes sense to me. Nothing. So see, the whole insinuation, but let me backtrack. So she insinuates that Martell and Melody, there's something inappropriate might be happening. She didn't say it, but she insinuated, like, oh, you don't want to hug me like you hug Melody. But did you guys also notice at the beginning when Melody stormed out at Black, how Marcel was trying to hug her? It was a little like, what are you doing? Right? Anyone else notice that? Let me know in the chat if you noticed it too. I was just sort of like, And then when it came up at the end of the episode from Mama Wanda, I was like, Oh, I know. Tisha grabbing Marcel's face on TV was like, well, and I think he really did not like that either, because he was just like, what are you doing? But Tisha said a couple of things, because even first of all, Melody's your friend. I know they've had an on again, off again friendship, but she was like, what did I write it down? Oh, Tisha says she's the whole package. And Tisha on paper is the whole package. She's beautiful. She has multiple degrees. She's intelligent in a lot of ways. But Tisha, one thing that you don't have is security. You're insecure in a lot of ways. Why would it be a big deal if he didn't meet with Melody about business? That's one of your friends. You guys are in business together. Why is that a big deal? I didn't understand that, and her acting all funny. But then she switches up and turns on her mama. She turns on her mama. Guys, we're two okay. Wait, let me guess. We have one dislike. Who do you think disliked it? Mama Wanda be on these streets, though. Hey, Mama Wanda, did you dislike the video? I didn't say anything crazy about you yet. Guys, guess in the chat, who do you think disliked the video from Love and Marriage Huntsville? We love playing a game. Turn negative things into something positive. Let that be the sermon of this Sunday. Happy Sunday. First of all, thank you, Natalie P, for always supporting the channel. Shimmy. Natalie says, thanks for all your hard work, Kempire. Your videos make my homework time more entertaining. I love it. So you're doing your homework and you're listening. Love it. Thank you, Natalie, for the super chat. So we have another one. Joanna, thank you so much for the super chat. Shimmy. Kemp, I'm a professional in real estate. No developer is going to put their back on hold until you pass your test. Lies. Ooh. See, this is why I need you guys. This is why I need you. Oh, but what did I say about Martell? Oh, that he was boring. And that's why he's not on the season that much. Martell, come on. Martell, call in. I don't even know what the hell I would ask Martell. How's your babies? Have any more babies? All right. We're over 108. Oh, so, wait a second. The dislike went away. I always find that so funny. The dislike went away. I want to know why. That's always so interesting. We've seen that a few times where the dislike will be there and then the dislike will go away. Unless it was oh, it's back. Someone's playing with me. Oh, another one. Oh, damn. All right, hater. Keep watching. Appreciate the support. Thanks for the view. All right. They hit it by accident, but then two more came. It's all right. See, you have to make fun and make light of things that are difficult in your life. That's not difficult in my life. I'm just saying. But let this be a lesson. You know, we got to always have a little something on a Sunday. Let this be a lesson that take something that might be negative and turn it into something positive and fun in your life. Okay? All right. Let me drop the call-in link. I want to see what you guys have to say. Because, you know, this is our weekly Love and Marriage Huntsville recap. Hey, TikTok, we're live on multiple platforms right now. We're live on Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, of course, YouTube. Where else were we live? TikTok. All right. Oh yeah. I don't know what's going on with Martell. Let me just post this. Call in link. We have over 300 something people watching. Shout out to our new 35,000 subscribers. Don't forget, we will be dropping by Up and Adam later today for a mashup of hot topics at 4 p.m. Eastern. That would be 1 p.m. Pacific. Shout out to you guys because I know you guys are I'm starting to get more and more people ask, what's that in Pacific time? I'm going to start putting the specific time as well so that you guys know. So shout out to you guys. I'm on the East Coast. I'm thinking about myself, but I have to think about my subscribers. If y'all start asking me to tell you Australia time, New Zealand time, Europe time, I know that we have people watching. Shout out to QK. I saw QK in the chat too. Shout out to all our UK. Is Lulu in the chat? Penny says, Martell almost exposed Cedric on something when they were talking about love for the other woman. I know. I wonder what that relationship is like, but what they can both confirm, Melody and Martell, that they're not looking to get back together. I think they've tried. They tried hard enough. All right. Did I post the link? I did post the link, right? Yeah. Let me just pin it here. I did. Okay. Look, I'm just doing things without even realizing I'm doing it. Look, I'm doing my job. Shout out to my mods that are in the chat. Shout out to our TikTok. What's going on TikTok? Tisha notes he's a cheater. That's what my TikTok chat says. That's what Maylee says. Wow. Does she know he's a cheater? Damn. Let me take a sip. But here's my thoughts though on this particular episode. Things that stood out to me. As I said to you before, I was on the fence whether or not this episode or this season was good because it was sort of like, I'm not sure how I'm feeling about it. I'm not excited. Like I'm excited to talk about some of the other shows. But Miss Wanda did it for me this week. I think that she brought something solid. When I say solid, mess. She brought the mess. Tiffany, not so much because we're still talking about what Tiffany said in the beginning. You know what I mean? I'm like, okay, what else, Tiffany? What else do you have? Because we're not really seeing your life. We're seeing you mow a lawn. That's all we're getting from you, Tiffany. So I'm like, I'm on the fence about that. Tisha, she doesn't have much, but as I've always said, the side characters in her life are interesting. Like her mom, they have a whole episode about her mom. Marceau, they add to it. She's annoying, but they add to it. Melody is a producer and she's doing it throughout the episode, starting trouble between Destiny and Tiffany. Calling Destiny multiple times aggressive. I don't think she was being aggressive at all. Is what it is. Martell doesn't have much of a storyline. I was bored. Very, 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 very bored with that one scene with him. I was just like, not entertained at all. I do need to listen to Melody's song. I listened to it, I think, once, briefly, Telltale Sign, and now the new Side Chick of the Year award. She sounds great, though. There's so many people that get on reality TV and they want to have a music career, and you're like, she sounds great. I think she sounds better than some of the housewives that we've seen try to pursue music. It's like, she actually has a really great voice. She has multiple talents. She's good at her business. She has multiple, businesses. I'm impressed. Yes, let's get to 200 likes. We're already, we went from 2 dislikes to 1 dislike. All right. Not sure how that happened, but okay. All right, let's get to 200 likes, guys. Here are my final thoughts on the episode before I let you guys go. Apparently, you guys don't have any thoughts, and I understand. I understand why you might not have any thoughts on this latest episode. It was a solid episode, but it looks like next week's episode, they're going to Vegas. It seems like it's going to get a little bit more interesting. Stephanie says for her first video, she did well. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to seeing what it looks like. I haven't seen it yet. Mel sounds great. Let me see. Miss Nikki said, I hated that Tiffany and her husband felt taking digs at the Scotts erasers that Tiffany was spreading folks' business in mixed company. So what Maurice didn't tell Kimmy doesn't mean they don't talk. That's true. I mean, I still probably would have been a little annoyed with my partner if there was information out there that I didn't get from them. So, because now you're putting me out there in the situation, and I'm sure he probably didn't expect someone like Tiffany to be as messy as she was. But I wonder how that even transpired. Was that just Tiffany doing that, or did she tell it to Melody, and Melody told her to bring it up? I can see a future fight between Kimmy and Melody at some point. I hope we're going to get a reunion this year for Love and Marriage Huntsville, though. I hope that we do. Melody don't want the mistress to be on the show. We've heard that. All of their mistresses need to pop on the show. Not all of their mistresses. Oh my God. Marva says, I really enjoyed it and I love to hate Wanda. I hope they kept Wanda at home. They invited stringy hair Tiffany and her husband to Vegas. Yeah, Mama Wanda can't go to Vegas. I mean, we need Mama Wanda to come in every once in a while to be messy. Darren Hood says, Mel sounds better than Portia. No offense. Agreed. Portia has a decent voice, but I didn't like her song. I didn't like her song. I remember when she came to New York to promote that. I was like, Ivy Girl says Marcel is fun. It was funny. He was like, I ain't saying nothing. He had some really funny moments. Of all of the husbands, he's probably the funniest. If we could think of, if we had to label funny, he's definitely the funniest of the husbands or ex-husbands. Destiny says she needs to be on the show. I watch her IG account. Everyone is watching Martell's baby's mama's IG account. We've had multiple people say that in the chat and call in and say that. And I'm not even following her account. She's beautiful, though. She's beautiful. I'll give her that. She's definitely really, really pretty. She's really, really pretty. Uh-oh. I see someone backstage. All right, we're gonna take a quick comment and then I'm gonna end this live. QK, I'm gonna bring you up. QK, what's going on? What do you have to say?
Hello.
What's going on?
Is this working again? I've just woken up. Yes, I slept. It's a miracle.
Well, we're happy for you. You need to sleep.
I just wanted to say, why is that Martell, whatever you call him, Marcel? Why is his shirt on every episode? It should be off permanently. He has no personality. He should be ball gagged and just standing there like a prop. Come on, it's true. I did watch one episode where these two women were arguing with each other, and then they decided their friendship, how sweet the watermelon was going to be, or they were just going to split. I'm like, what the hell is this? I was just like, this is weird.
That's how I'm going to judge my friendships going forward.
Why, my melon's always sweet.
Oh my God. Okay, it is Sunday. We're trying to keep it PG. Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to have some Jesus juice for Sunday in a bit. But no, and the other one is the ones what I found when I did watch, because I've only watched like 1 or 2 episodes. Marcel and Martell, I don't know how you say it because I don't know the names really that well. His mother, she's a character.
Oh, Tisha's mother, right?
I don't know. I thought it was Martell's mother sitting on the porch with the dodgy wig.
Oh, that was Martell's mother.
The wig looked a bit like edged off her head, but she's a character. Like, giving it what for? You can tell she's had a hard life and she doesn't play. And then the other mother, she was lovely. Like, I like the older women in it than the younger ones because they give more what's going on.
Yeah.
And they've got more personality. So I've got dry mouth, I've just woken up. But no, like, I think they should bring in the older women more, like the mothers of the daughters, and give them more storylines because that's how this is going to work. And I wasn't too keen on that guy who runs the bar. That he has his relation working with him. Like, don't have family working in the bar with you because he's just not got like the brains upstairs to run it. And the bar staff should look a bit more fashionable than what they look in. Sorry, I'm just saying how to say it. Over here, they're a lot more fashionable in bars. That's how it might work a bit better. They look a bit stuffy. But I'm going to have to start watching it properly because I can't remember half the names.
I know it takes a little bit to get used to the names, and I still mispronounce the names.
Did you notice on that dinner party in Beverly Hills? Did you notice Jeeves in the corner with his phone filming Erica?
Who in the corner?
Jeeves, the butler. Ask Jeeves. That was his job before Kathy grabbed him. Did you hear that he was supposed to be on Fresh Prince of Bel-Air and Jeffrey got the job instead of him?
You're a mess. You're anyways, a mess. Look, they are talking about you in the chat.
But anyways, that's all I can really say about Huntsville because I've only seen 2 episodes. But I'm going to have to start watching it properly. The ones that run the bar, that relationship, that man and woman, that's dodgy. That does not make sense.
Marcel and Tisha.
It looks like it's like a business arrangement. That's it.
Not a business arrangement. All right, KK. I appreciate you calling in.
We need a spin-off of how many women Marcel can get in one day. That's what we need. Marcel, the Casanova on the hunt. The shirtless Marcel on the hunt for women down the south.
A best. QK, as always, we appreciate you calling in.
Okay.
Bye. A mess. Calling all the way in from the UK. Shout out to you guys. I see you guys in the chat. Faith said call in more. He has been. Have you been watching Faith? He's been calling in the last few days to weigh in. I think we might need to do a live preparing Sutton and Garcelle for the reunion, but I think the reunion is going to be filmed either Tuesday or Wednesday, sometime next week. They're going to be filming this Real Housewives of Beverly Hills reunion, but we just got to really plan and plot. So I don't know. We might have to go live between now and tomorrow just to do that. So shout out to you guys. Don't forget, there's a new episode of the Real Housewives of Potomac tonight. I will be watching. More than likely, we will be doing a live here on the channel. So be sure to subscribe. Don't forget, we will be doing our weekly live with Layla Lynn and, of course, Grace Report here on the Kempire Daily YouTube channel of the Real Housewives of Potomac. Latest episode. I can't believe that they're actually having a new episode because it is Labor Day weekend here in the States. A lot of people are, away. It's the last big day, last big weekend of the summer. So it is what it is. As always, I will be working. Be sure to check out my social media for our under 15 seconds and under a minute hot topics. Also, I'll be on Up and Adam's channel later today at 4 p.m. Eastern talking all hot topics. So be sure to be there for that as well. I posted the link in our community tab. Shout out to you guys that were here. Thank you to everyone that sent in a super chat, that called in, that was a part of the conversation in the chat. Shout out to my mods. I appreciate you guys being here and have a fantastic rest of your weekend. I will see you guys later. Happy Sunday, everyone. And as always, let's dance out some music. Come on. I need my church hat. Drop those crowns and elephants in the chat. I see you guys. Thank you for tuning in. Shout out to our 35,000 subscribers. Let's get to 50,000. Nope, can't. I am so shocked at you, Danielle. What do you mean, one of the elements? Where have you been? Yes, K11. Oh, wait, K11, hold on. K11, you said you wanted to be a mod, right? Let me do that while I remember. K11's always here supporting. If you guys are always here and you would like to be a mod of the channel, let me know in the chat. Let me know in the comments. We will only be allowing people that are here all the time. Like if I can see your face and know and you want to do the job, then I'll make you a mod. Shout out to all our mods. K11, and it just happens. My letter starts with the letter K, and my favorite number is 11. It was destined. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Have a fantastic rest of your day. I appreciate you all being here. Bye.